because that's when
Really
everything
strange.
kind of
So
fell
I was
apart.
out there in 2005, I think 2006 or something like that. And
Yeah.
I remember everybody was investing out there. Like they were going to try to make
Yeah.
that the biggest new thing. And it had a lot of cool potential, the way they laid it all out.
Right.
It actually was really cool. What is that? Rocky Point, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
He tried
So
to get us to invest there, but we just didn't have any interest, but it didn't matter.
yeah, you're interested at all. So how did you at that point, I mean, kind of jumping forward, this is really good life lessons for people, because the question is at that point, not only did your connect is gone, your money is then gone. You're then obviously, what are you going to do? Call the cartels and say, no, that's over with, right? That's done.
Yeah.
So what is it? What's the next move? I mean, what's the conversation that you have, you know, with your loved ones at that point? What did that look like?
Well, my husband and I just, kind of licked our wounds and figured out that, well, this was bad timing in many ways because of him and the market and everything else. So, I mean, the good news is we didn't have all of our money with him. So we were able to kind of pick up the pieces and go on. We definitely felt it because it was going to be some retirement income. But that's really sadly, the thing it did is keep us from investing until now, because I would have jumped in again much sooner probably and had time to build up more. But we were just so gun shy for so long. It's just now that we're jumping back in, and it's, a whole different story. But yeah, it's not something that you love. But you're right. Almost everyone I talk to has some kind of a story that just derailed them at some point.
It was kind of like a WTF, right? You're like, where?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even plan any of this. Like, why didn't you let me know? I wasn't involved, you know? So you go from there, you go back to your core, I'm assuming your core skill, right? You see, go back to Lenny, kind of go there. And then your kind of entrepreneurial spirit can kick back in. I think that it's really important to have that conversation, that there has to be kind of a rewind, right? I mean, not a rewind, there has to be a wind up again, because you've lost all momentum. You just feel defeated. And then you kind of got to get that wheel turning. Interesting enough, this is maybe a good conversation, is that we are in interesting times when it comes to real estate. And so you have a lot of internet entrepreneurial funds that are now being generated by either having people doing large amounts of coaching, experts create courses, either they're going out and doing crypto, whatever it is. It's not, I went and got a job and now I've worked my way up at the hotel or so. When people are looking at it, knowing that you just went through that, looking at prices as of today and making a decision to invest, what's your thought pattern as entrepreneurs stepping out? Because that's what's happening now. You're taking kind of this new chunk of money, and people are going to real estate, they're going to move it. From anybody that's been around for the last 5 years, they're looking at these prices going, what the heck is going on? So what's your thought pattern on looking at an investment or Airbnb? Is there any rules of thumb that you would suggest of like, okay, this is how you should make a good decision on doing a property or not? It's kind of a loaded question, but.
Yeah, well, one of the things, the company that's going to branch off that does the investing is going to be called Flip Chicks. So, and originally, thanks. And so everybody was wanting to know how to flip the properties, but right now that's tougher than ever because you've got to make your money when you buy. So when you buy a flip, you've got to know you're getting in with some kind of room for equity to make money when you sell it, right? So what I have found is, if you're going to do this for investing, an Airbnb is a fantastic vehicle because the money you're making is really from the rental. So if you end up having to pay market value for this house or condo or whatever it is, as long as you've done your homework about where you're purchasing and it has demand and it's available, it's demand many seasons of the year, you can still come out great. And you don't have to worry about, I need to buy it under market, I need to get a foreclosure. You can just buy it at market value. And if it's in the right place and you manage it well, you'll still make great money. And it's way better than the buy and hold where you're renting for a year at a time. Those are still good too. And you can do that with something that you pay, market for, I guess. But I'm just a big fan of the Airbnb because as long as you're in a good location, the one we have is in Munns Park, which is up by Flagstaff, up north of Phoenix. So there's the skiing, and then in the summer it's like everybody is flocking out of Phoenix to go up north. And it's only an hour and 45-minute drive, but it's cool and there's trees. So that was kind of a good spot to pick. And, we did do some remodeling on that one. We bought one that needed some work. And the other problem you run into is that you make a lot of offers, and if you're not paying cash,